Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Happenings Today TV. The situation that we are finding ourselves right now in the north, it reminds me of that saying that the chicken have come home to roast. Propaganda is one thing, harsh reality staring you at the face is another thing, and you cannot look at the harsh reality and call it propaganda. Hey, who is who? Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown, but the question now is the crown befitting for the head that is wearing it? That's a different ballgame. But before we go into the news proper, I would like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel or YouTube. Well, the Arewa Concerned Civil Society Organization of Nigeria has said that in the interest of fairness and equity, the presidency in 2023 should go to the Southeast region, since the North has turned into a human abattoir under the incumbent administration. The ACCSON frowned at a statement purportedly credited to one Alhaji Yerima Shettima, president of Arewa Consultative Youth Forum, saying that it is too late for the 2023 presidency to be zoned to the Southeast. In its own statement signed by Abdulsalam Mohammed Kazim, ACCSON said it is indecorous and even outright provocative and inciting in nature. We strongly believe that no genuine Democrat with sincere national interest and who cherishes the spirit of unity and corporate existence of Nigeria will utter such insensitive comments at this critical political time in our country. It is noteworthy to restate here that the position of our group calling for the rotational presidency among the 6 geopolitical zones of the country was as a result of our peculiar regional experiences. Both past and present crop of elected and appointed leaders from within our region have failed us completely. They have failed to meet up with the expectations of our people and have continued to betray our trust, confidence, and respect for them. For instance, from 1999 to date, which is 22 years now, the Northwest and the Northeast zones have produced president and vice president, secretary to the government of the Federation, Senate president, and speakers of the House of Representatives. The North Central zone alone has produced 2 Senate presidents in 12 years, a deputy Senate president, and a deputy speaker of the House of Representatives. Our 3 zones of the northern region in total have produced more ministers, service chiefs, and heads of government agencies more than any other region, yet there's nothing on ground to show for it. The only leverage on our population advantage, which though is an added advantage in a democratic setting, the said population is only useful to our region during electioneering period. The major benefit of a population advantage in economics is that it remains attractive to both the multinational and transnational companies that would want to site industries in such location in order to maximize their market and get very cheap labor. Our northern region today has been reduced to a human abattoir, to say the least, where all our communities have been converted to a mass grave to the failure of the government at all levels. For instance, between October 2021 till date, over 150 citizens of the northern extraction have been brought down by terrorists in Sokoto State alone. Not to talk of Zamfara. Sokoto State alone is about 150 citizens. Not to talk of Zamfara, Kebbi, Kaduna, Katsina, Niger, Benue, Borno, and Yobe State. Despite the claims by government that terrorism and violent insurgencies is aggressively being fought, the North has remained a field for bringing down. Our country is about the highest importer of arms and ammunition in Africa, and our region is seemingly the poverty capital of Nigeria. Yet our people occupied and are still occupying the most sensitive positions in government from 1999 till date. We are not sycophants of government, but we are patriotic Northerners as well. with history of respect for constituted authority and for our elders. It is therefore the position of our Northern Umbrella Youth Coalition, that's Arewa Concerned Civil Society Organizations of Nigeria, that since our people in leadership positions in Nigeria cannot bring development, peace, progress, and prosperity to our region, let us try people of other regions, particularly the region or geopolitical zone that has not produced a president or a vice president of Nigeria, in order to further promote fairness, equity, unity, or oneness of the country. My God. Now, this is calling a spade a spade. You see, that's one of the things I like about being factual and being realistic, not playing to the gallery. Stop bringing propaganda. You can't be saying you're fighting insurgents and security has been brought to barest minimum, and that the level of security now that Nigerians can move up and down. Come on, look what is the record saying? Look at what this young person, the person that Arewa said, not the regular Arewa. This one is a group called Arewa Organization. It's a coalition group actually. Look at what they are saying. Look, that one state alone, just one state. It's not the whole of the state. One state alone. You can't be in corridor of power and you have the worst of all the social menaces. Now, who would you blame? That's where ethnicity come in. Don't keep playing ethnic card here. Who gets to look at that? The one that is even worse hit. Okay, you have the service chiefs, almost all of them are actually from that side of the country. And yet insecurity insurgents having a field day. Just imagine if it was a southerner that is the president. They would have said, okay, it's because it's the southerner. They don't have the north at heart. They don't have the interest of the north at heart. It's good to note that the people who took time and analyzed history, those from the north, and they realize they have taken, if not 80% of the leadership, such that now they're calling it their entitlement in a government or in a country where there should be partnership in rulership. Okay, but now look at what is happening. I say, look, why don't you try a region who have never produced presidency, and let's see how it is going to fare. I'm not saying that we should co-play the ethnicity card, but even if it will come to the southern part or the southeast in particular, they should please look at people's antecedents that have ruled before. Former governors, former senators, see how they have fared. Please, we don't want another war situation where you see some people looking at failure and saying that this failure is a success. Please, we need a break in this country. We need good governance. We need a break from corrupted corrupted political parties, corrupted politicians. We need those who have the interest of the people at heart. Look at what the Northerners are saying. Even if they don't want to tell themselves the truth, is the facts not showing? Every day, look at the social security agencies. About how many percentage of them are already in Southeast? For a place that what they are doing right there is to agitate. Go to be insurgent and really doing a lot of mayhem and help these people out of their own predicament. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in the comment section also.